Welcome back to UPSC_Ethics and Integrity Online. Today we'll be entering the next module under the lecture 17th, which is Moral Thinkers and Philosophers. Here we will see various moral thinkers and philosophers and their view on ethics and morality. But before that, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram for your free Hindu paper. And do not forget to subscribe our channel on YouTube and hit the bell icon for further notifications. So, let's start with the new chapter. Moral Thinkers 1. Kautilya. Let's see what Kautilya has to say about ethics and moral values, and also what's its Arthashastra want to explain about that. Let's have some information about him. He was the Prime Minister in the court of Chandragupta Maurya during 293 to 317 before Christ. He expressed his view on state war, social structure, diplomacy, ethics, politics, and statecraft in his work, The Arthashastra. See, Arthashastra plays a very important role in India, and आप देखेंगे भी कि जो एशियन इंडिया है मेजरली गुप्ता इरा मौर्य इरा के वहाँ ज़्यादा घूमेगा एंड अर्थशास्त्र एक उसका बेसिस होगा. अर्थशास्त्र वैसे तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा चीज़ एक्सप्लेन करता था अबाउट पॉलिटिक्स, अबाउट फॉरेन पॉलिसी, डिप्लोमेसी, हाउ द स्टेट वॉर शुड बी फॉट, हाउ द किंग शुड बिहेव, लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग. But it has also some parts related to how one should behave or how king should behave. And उसके ऊपर भी काफ़ी डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन था. And he also had a sharp opinion on war and peace, human rights, international relation, and the major thing is economy. Because according to Kautalya, economy plays a very important role and it should be increased day by day. Because he considered money or economy as the blood flow of a state. Therefore, he gave more importance to economy. Though he has given other also, but the basis was economy. The work of Kautilya is based on political realism. See, political realism means reality mein kya? What is practical? If you see Machiavelli was also giving such ways of doing work or how king should behave, but it was quite related to political idealism. वो रियलिटी में नहीं हो सकता. बट जो भी कौटिल्य ने बोला था वो काफ़ी रियल था और प्रैक्टिकल था और उन्होंने प्रैक्टिकल बेसिस दिए हुए थे. एंड इधर उन्होंने स्टेट को पैरामाउंट कंसिडर किया था. इट वॉज नॉट द किंग. किंग इज जस्ट अ मीन्स टू एन एंड, बट येस, state was the paramount here. And state to be at the top, he justified gory or brutal means. Gory in the sense violence also to be adopted by the king to stay in power. अगर कोई king को अगर power में रहना है, not with respect to himself, in the sense he is just a means to an end. Means end is state, but to keep his power, to have that thing in the sense टू हैव अगर सच्चे और निष्ठा से आप किंग अगर काम कर रहा है तो ही हैज़ दैट पावर टू डू ब्रुटैलिटी ऑल्सो अगेंस्ट हिज एनिमीज. बट इन रियलिटी इट वॉज अ वेलफेयर स्टेट. दो ही इनकरेज वॉर, बट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू स्टेट एंड उसके जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उनकी को बढ़ाने के लिए येस ही इनकरेज वॉर. एंड ही स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट किंग को अपने पावर को बढ़ाना चाहिए. जैसे जैसे टाइम होता है, जैसे जैसे पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती है उससे रिसोर्सेज की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. एंड रिसोर्सेज की ज़रूरत पड़ने की वजह से स्टेट को अपनी जो बाउंड्री है उसको बढ़ानी चाहिए और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सोर्सेज को अपने अंदर लेना चाहिए. एंड दिस आइडिया coincide with Max Weber's view on international politics, that state has no morals and it should be war at all times. Though it is quite extreme, he was not always on war front, but yes, इन द सेंस अगर कोई नहीं मानता है और रिसोर्सेज नहीं देता तो यस, स्टेट is ethical to wage war against that other state. And he strongly believed that king is just means to an end, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बोला था. And he should always focus on creation of war and should be able to conquer more kingdom to enlarge the size of state. Though it is quite extreme, but yes, जिससे स्टेट को अगर बड़ा बनना है या ताकतवर बनना है तो उसे हर वक्त अपने आजू बाजू के जो रिसोर्सेस है, not creation of war in that sense, but yes, he should be ready for war. And here, Kautilya and Machiavelli have shared the same reasoning. And he propagated the science of war. Kautilya proposes 3 types of war. Open war, obviously, जिसे हम face to face करते हैं. Concealed war, guerrilla war, जैसे कि शिवाजी महाराज, संभाजी महाराज करते थे. And silent war. So that the king's power is not get dilated inside the kingdom itself, कि वहाँ दुश्मन भी होंगे. He emphasized criminal justice and war justice. ये criminal justice क्या होता है? अगर कोई क्राइम करता है तो उसको क्या दंड मिलना चाहिए. अगर वॉर जस्टिस, अगर कोई किंग हार जाता है तो उसके साथ कैसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए, वो भी आप उन्होंने उल्लेख किया हुआ है, पूरा डिटेल में दिया गया है. एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिप्लोमेसी ही वॉज क्लियर. कोई भी नेशन अपने इंटरेस्ट में काम करता है, ठीक है, बूस्ट करने के लिए अपने सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट को, तो हमें हर वक्त ध्यान रखना चाहिए. And said that all foreign policy and diplomacy is a series of action taken by kingdoms so that it gains strength and able to conquer others for their own interest. And indirectly he also mentioned in his Arthashastra the concept of good governance vis-a-vis the king, how the king should be. An ideal king must merge individuality with duties. मतलब so duties और वो individuality अलग नहीं है, वो same है. He is a 24/7 servant. And he should be a guide to his follower, a good guide to be followed. And उनका फिक्स सैलरी होता है विथ अलाउंसेस. किंग का कोई भी हक उसके तिजोरी पे नहीं होता है. ही विल गेट अ सैलरी ऑफ दिस एंड जो भी उसको दान मिलता है वो उसको नोट करना पड़ता है. सब कुछ नोट डाउन होगा और इसको ऑडिट होना चाहिए. एंड main duty of king at that time was obviously to maintain law and order. Law and order. Losses due to theft. The losses due to theft and corruption should be made from king and servant salary. He was very specific that the loss or any corruption in the state should be taken care by the king with iron hand. And he can't do that. His salary should be cut. And punitive action should be taken against corrupt officer. Means ये एक basis बनता है कि that time also corruption was there, but it was taken with an iron hand. Obvious ही बात है. You can't expect a fish in the water that it should not drink water. You have to take care कि सब measures लिए गए हैं कि वो corruption ना करे, ठीक है. And obviously he always believed that conducting tests for selection of government official is very important for the higher post. The reason is obviously because higher post ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आपकी ड्यूटीज़ को बढ़ा देता है, आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को बढ़ा देता है. अगर हम टेस्ट नहीं लेंगे तो पता कैसे चलेगा कि वो उस लायक है या नहीं है. जैसे कि आपके मिडेवल पीरियड में होता था, अगर लायक नहीं भी है, नालायक भी है, तब भी उसको पोस्ट पे डाल दिया जाता था बिकॉज ही वॉज किंग्स रिलेटिव और वेरी नियर टू किंग. So it was not good, but at that time it was very necessary to take test if you want to become a higher government official. Therefore, Kautilya promoted administrative quality like uniformity in administrative practices. Recruiting competent ministers, promoted king, having qualities of leadership, intelligence, good moral conduct, and physical power. So hope you have understood Kautilya part in brief. If you have any problem or any issues with respect to this lecture or any suggestions, please comment below. I will be very happy to happy to solve that problem and try to inculcate your suggestions. So thank you for watching and be safe.